Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. With 2024 coming to an end, I wanted to make a video with all of my favorite things from the 2024 year. So I split everything in categories and I wrote all of it down. So if you see me looking down, I'm looking at my list of items. Let's get into my 2024 favorites. Our first category is makeup and skincare. Full disclosure, some of the items in this category were sent to me by brands. However, I have completed my deals with them, and these are just products that I found myself coming back to again and again throughout the year. First of all is this MAC Serumizer. I have like 5 of these. I really stocked up on these in my collaborations with MAC. And next is the MAC Fix Plus alcohol-free setting spray. Specifically, this one is my favorite setting spray ever. I feel like it doesn't oxidize in the heat, which is something that I really look for in a setting spray because I hate when my makeup oxidizes and it starts making me look very orangey. The next makeup product, or skincare product actually, are the April Skin Cleansers. This is a melting balm and it's actually the April Skin makeup remover, which is really interesting because it looks like a balm and it removes all your makeup. I love using this at the end of the day. The next one is the Pink Aloe Pack Cleanser. What I like about this is that it's a pack and a cleanser, so I usually put it on my face, I do my whole night routine, and then I wash it off. Next up is a lipstick. This year, I think I discovered my perfect pink lipstick shade, and that is the MAC lipstick in the shade Sweet Deal. It's number 666, and I just love this lipstick. I wasn't wearing it just now, but it's a very pinky color. I think it's gonna be my go-to lipstick for many years to come. Another lip product that was a favorite this year is the Fenty Beauty Gloss Balm in the shade Fussy. This is shade number 2. I used to have a Fenty lip gloss that I used to death, but it completely ran out, so I went to replace it and they didn't have the shade anymore. I think they don't make it anymore. So I decided to give this one a try and I absolutely love this. I'm wearing it right now and it's the perfect glittery pink. It actually goes really well with the MAC lipstick as well. My next makeup favorite is the Rare Beauty Liquid Pinch Blush. I'm really late to the trend because I only bought this year, and I know people have been raving about these for ages, but I just didn't think that I was a cream blush girl until I tried this. It is so good, and I just love this shade. It's in the shade Worth. I think it's, again, the perfect like natural flush for my skin tone, and I just love this. Sometimes I use this as a lipstick as well, so it's versatile and I really like that about it as well. Last but not least, this year I started using foundation. I never used to use foundation because I was convinced that it breaks me out, but this year I finally found a foundation that works for me, and that is the Bobbi Brown Weightless Skin Foundation. This is in the shade N052 Natural, and I bring this foundation with me to photo shoots, I bring it with me to work. I just love this shade, and I'm so happy that I finally found a foundation shade that works for me. That's all for makeup and skincare, so now we can move on to fashion, I guess. Basically just like clothing pieces or little style things that I've been loving this year. I think this year really was the year of accessories for me. The first thing that I think is new this year is statement belts. I never used to own any belts, and this year I've been getting really into belts. I want to buy more because I only really have 2 belts. First belt is this one. It's from Unwasteland, which is a curated thrift store at Haji Lane. And I wore this for the first time on my holiday and I really loved it. I'll insert a picture. The other belt is a black and silver belt that I think I got from Pull&Bear. These belts just completely transform a basic outfit. I like dressing quite simple and basic, and then adding something to it that adds interest to the outfit. Along the same lines, I've also been really into statement jewelry. I've always been a jewelry girl, but I think for many years I was really into dainty pieces. I guess this is not really a statement piece, but this is also a favorite of the year. I wore this almost every day this year. This necklace is from Swarovski, and I'm actually wearing it backwards. It's supposed to be worn like this as a choker, maybe a little bit looser. But I like wearing it backwards because I just love this drop detail. I love getting my jewelry from markets because I have this thing where I want to have jewelry that no one else has or that you can't buy at a store. So I really like getting handmade pieces in markets that are one of a kind. In a market in Barcelona this year, I bought this necklace, and it's just so pretty. These also make for really unique souvenirs because like these are things that you can't find anywhere else. In a market in Paris, I bought this pair of earrings, and they're just so beautiful, and they're also handmade. There was only one in the store. I love wearing these earrings because I love wearing this color as well. It's a color that I have a lot of in my closet. I think it's because I'm a Pisces rising, so I like this like seafoam color. Recently from Bali, I bought this necklace at a market, and this is made of handmade lace that the lady actually weaves herself, and she attached this little stone on the bottom, and it's just so beautiful and unique. And like this with just a black tank top, it completely transforms the vibe of the outfit. Maybe my favorite fashion purchase of this year was my birthday dress. I bought my birthday dress on Opoly this year. I love Opoly, honestly. They have a lot of really good Christmas dresses as well if anyone is looking for Christmas dresses or Christmas gifts. This was my birthday dress. She doesn't look so glorious when you just hold her up, but I will insert a video or a picture of me wearing this dress. Happy birthday to me. And she's just so sparkly. Another fashion item that I wrote down here, but I was contemplating whether or not I should include it in this video, is black sequins. Like anything with black sequins on it, I was so into this year. I did Miss Universe Singapore this year, and this was my dress. What I loved about this dress is that in the light, it looks like how water looks at night when a light shines on it. And that's all I really want, to look like the ocean. So I was really happy with that. That's all for fashion. So now let's move on to hobbies. I love to read, and I guess that's not a new hobby of 2024, but I'm going to share with you some of my favorite books from 2024. So I took a literature module at NUS this year as my non-law module, and I'm not gonna lie, one of the books in the module was really triggering, so I'm not going to recommend that book to you guys. But another book that we did in that class is this one. It's called Saltfish Girl by Larissa Lai. This book combines fiction and mythology, and it basically weaves together the tale of a mythical past with that of a dystopian future. And it's just a stunning book. It is Breast and Eggs by Miko Kawakami. I hope I'm saying that right. This book explores concepts of womanhood, body image, and societal expectations in modern Japan. It follows the story of three women from the same family, all of different ages and all with different goals and different backgrounds. Again, if you are a girl or a woman, this is a book that I highly recommend you pick up. I think this book is perfect for any woman above the age of 18. I wouldn't say that any of the books that I read this year are super easy reads. I wouldn't say they're very feel-good novels. I'd say they're more thought-provoking novels. So if that's something that you're into, you should definitely check these out. Another hobby I got really into this year is crochet. I was heavily inspired by my friend Matt, who crochets these really amazing things, and I wanted to crochet nice things too. My favorite piece that I made this year is this bag. It's actually the first thing that I crocheted. I definitely started very ambitious, but it was quite easy because these squares are pretty easy to make. And then my mom helped me line it with fabric on the inside, which we just sewed on. I also made my sister a very beautiful AirPods case, but she's out right now, so I can't show you. And right now I'm working on a camera case for my Canon G7X. The last hobby that I picked up this year was scrapbooking. I really love photo albums, I love photo booths, I just love printed photographs. So this year I got super into scrapbooking. I scrapbooked my summer, as you can see. Sometimes I journal in my scrapbooks as well, and I kind of write what happened on the day. It's just a nice thing to look back on. Like, I went for this music festival and I wrote down the set lists of the various artists. The next category is music and movies. So for music, honestly, there's not much new stuff. I think my music taste is quite consistent. I have a very girly music taste. But this year, I got really into Chapel Roan. She kind of dominated my Spotify, like, most listened to songs. I think it's because her album came out this year. I think, like everyone else, I became obsessed with Chapel Roan this year. I also, like everyone else, was extremely obsessed with Charlie XCX this year. Brat Summer, obviously. I actually saw Charlie XCX live this summer, and she played Brat songs, and there was the Brat banner and everything. And I think that made me even more feral about Brat Summer. This year, I also got really into the Marias, and I also got really into Clairo this year. I was never super into her before. Like, I liked some songs, but I wasn't a big fan. And I think this year, I really discovered the joy of listening to Clairo all the time. One of my favorite albums of 2024 was Memoirs of a Sparkle Muffin by Suki Waterhouse, but I don't understand why more people are not talking about this album and why more people aren't talking about Suki Waterhouse, because, like, I am actually in love with her. Ever since I watched Daisy Jones and the Six, I went and I listened to all of Suki Waterhouse's songs, and when the album came out this year, I was so happy, and it's like a no-skip album. I think that's also one of my most listened to albums of this year, and I'm actually in love with Suki Waterhouse. As for movies, I'm usually a big movie geek, but I cannot, for the life of me, think of any, like, amazing good movies that I watched this year, except for two. And those two movies are Saltburn and Challengers. I really loved Saltburn. I know people think it's, like, weird, but I like movies like that, so I really liked Saltburn. Like, my favorite movie is Gone Girl, so I think it's expected that I would enjoy the psychological thriller of Saltburn. I also really liked Challengers. I liked the way it was filmed. I thought it was so cinematic, and I love Zendaya. Anything Zendaya does, like, I'm there. And now we are finally on the last category, which is miscellaneous. So for miscellaneous, I kind of just put two really random things that have been my favorites this year. The first thing is that this year my favorite flower changed. I feel like that's such a weird thing to put in a favorites video, but it's a big deal for me because my favorite flower has been red roses for as long as I can remember. And this year, for some reason, I just wasn't feeling the red roses anymore. And now my favorite flower is lilies. I love all lilies, but my favorite ones are the yellow ones with the pink inside. The last item for my miscellaneous is photo booths, specifically Solace Studio photo booths. I've always been very photo booth crazy. This is my box full of photo booth photos that I haven't put in scrapbooks yet. But I have been loving Solace Studio. They have it everywhere, which is another thing I love because you can just go for dinner with your friends and then go to Solace Studio. Here's a photo of me and my sister at Solace Studio. I also went for an event with Elle Magazine, and they had a Solace Studio photo booth for Elle Magazine. That is all for my 2024 favorites.